Good afternoon. I'm Jason Smith. Welcome. Stacy Bailey is a gay art teacher who spoke truth to power and has made the lives of LGBT students and teachers better and more equal. We're here today to talk about a settlement that she reached with Mansfield ISD. We think the settlement is a win-win for Stacy and the students and teachers at Mansfield Independent School District. Judge Lindsay's decision in this case sends a message as legal precedent to all school districts across the country that the Constitution protects gay teachers from discrimination. Mansfield ISD and Stacy have reached a win-win settlement which provides Mansfield ISD will rescind the suspension and the administrative leave that was in her file, and she is now free to represent to any future employers that she has never been investigated or suspended. Importantly, the agreement also provides that Mansfield ISD social and emotional training will include mandatory training to human resource personnel and counselors at Mansfield ISD on LGBTQ issues to deal both with employment and issues in the school. In addition, optional training will be made available to administrators, educators, staff, or parents that may wish to attend the training. The settlement further provides that Mansfield ISD will take a vote and consider whether or not to add sexual orientation as a protected status in the school district's policy. And that vote will take place within 60 days of the end of the Supreme Court term. Mansfield ISD is also will also provide Stacy a letter of recommendation. And the settlement also provided for a monetary payment from which Stacy and her wife, Julie Vasquez, have indicated that they will donate $10,000 to a nonprofit youth-based LGBTQ education group. And I will donate, as part of my reduced fee, I will donate $10,000 to the Human Rights Campaign, the largest LGBTQ civil rights organization in the United States. Stacy and Mansfield ISD have closed this chapter and will turn the page to write a new chapter in their relationship going forward. And that chapter will feature more respect and equality. Now Stacy would like to say a few words to you. Can you just situate it and what do you need to situate it? Absolutely. Go ahead. Sorry, that's okay. Thank you, I appreciate that. No, I can put it on my phone. Thank you so much. That's fine.
Is that okay?
Yeah, I can hear you. Thank you.
You can hear me? You will?
There it goes. There it goes.
Can you still hear me?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, great. Hi, my name is Stacy Bailey. I'm known as Miss Bailey to thousands of students. I'm gay and I'm a dedicated elementary art teacher. I stand here today as proof that you can be a great teacher dedicated to students and also be gay. While this experience has been painful for me, the judge's ruling in this case and the settlement are statements that gay teachers are worthy of equality and respect. I became a teacher because the people who impacted my life the most were teachers. My granny was a reading teacher's aide at an elementary school in Lytle, Texas. She was also called Miss Bailey. I was so proud to be Miss Bailey's granddaughter. She was loved by her students and our entire community. As a kid, I got to witness my granny go above and beyond to make her students feel important and loved. And when I chose a career path, teaching was a natural fit for me. And when I got my job at Charlotte Anderson Elementary in 2008, I finally became a Miss Bailey for myself. As a teacher, I found my purpose. It was an absolute joy to spend my days teaching kids about art. I loved to see my students light up and feel proud when they created something beautiful. Making connections with my students and their families came natural for me. The students, parents, and faculty at Charlotte Anderson became my family. My job was not work to me, it was my joy. I spent a decade building a classroom that Miss Bailey would be proud of. One day, I showed a photo of my future wife to my class, much like my coworkers show photos of their engagements and families to their classrooms. And inexplicably, I was suspended for 8 months and no longer allowed to be the Miss Bailey I had been every day for the last 10 years. Because of this, I had to take the difficult step to stand up for myself against this bullying behavior, to file this lawsuit. A federal judge ruled that teachers like me are protected by the Constitution. Now the district and I have reached an agreement that closes this chapter in my life and hopefully will make things better. I would like to thank some people. To Judge Lindsay, thank you for recognizing that the Constitution protects gay teachers from discrimination by a school district. Your ruling sends a message to school districts that they will be held accountable, and it gives hope to teachers like me that we can be ourselves without fear. To my wife, Julie, thank you for standing by me and sharing a love that's worth fighting for. To Mansfield ISD President Karen Marcucci, thank you for showing leadership to not only resolve my situation, but to help craft an agreement that can make Mansfield ISD a better place with training and policy changes. To my fellow teachers and parents at Charlotte Anderson and throughout the district, thank you for showing up. Your words and expressions of support reminded me of who I was, and you gave me something to hold on to through the most difficult times. And to the thousands of students I got to teach at Charlotte Anderson Elementary, you kids filled me up with so much love and light. You filled me up with so much love that I was able to find the strength to stand up and fight for myself, to be treated equally and with respect. What happened to me is most gay teachers' worst nightmare. We are afraid that speaking about our families will be taken out of context or judged with the weight of years and years of misconceptions about us. For that reason, most of us spend our entire careers lying to our students. Our principals encourage teachers to make connections and build relationships and to connect with our students. And then we lie about our families because we are scared. Why aren't straight teachers afraid to talk about their families? Why do they feel comfortable to have a picture of their family on their desk without questioning their safety? When a straight teacher happily announces that she and her husband are expecting a baby to her elementary class, is she saying something inappropriate to a very young and impressionable student? Is she announcing her sexual orientation? Is she presenting her life in a way that promotes her political beliefs? Of course not. When teachers talk about their families, they're simply sharing facts about their lives, making those connections and establishing trust, allowing their kids to get to know them. There is nothing inappropriate or political about a loving family. If you are a gay teacher and you decide that it's time to live your life out loud, I want you to know that it may not be easy. You may get pushed back, and if what happened to me happens to you, I want you to know that you can survive it. You do not have to give up your passion or your profession because of who you are. You do not have to move to a district that is more accepting. I challenge you to change the one you are in. Feeling safe in your workplace should not be dependent on where you live. There have always been gay educators. Some of your best teachers may have been gay but too afraid to tell you. I know that so many gay teachers have been bullied out of their jobs for decades. I can feel the heaviness and pain of it as I stand here today. I want my community to know that while many of us were conditioned to feel shame and to hide, we are starting to stand up. If you are a gay teacher, student, or family in a school district, I challenge you to look into your district anti-discrimination policy to see if you're protected. If someone mistreats you for being yourself, I want you to know about the Texas Educator Association Code of Ethics. According to Standard 2.5 and 3.4, we are to be treated equally and with respect. If someone mistreats you for being yourself, I challenge you to report it. Use this code of ethics to start demanding your respect. For decades, districts have been led to believe that we simply don't exist in their schools because we remain silenced and fearful. I'm here to say that we do exist, and we deserve to be treated equally. If you are a school district who thinks you can bully and shame a gay teacher out of their job, I hope you remember my name, and I hope you think twice. Now that I'm a high school teacher, I'm very encouraged by the generation coming up. There are many LGBTQ students who already know who they are and don't even understand the concept of hiding it. I hope that by the time they enter the workforce, some deciding to be teachers, that schools everywhere will be safe for them. I hope that by that time, enough of us will have stood up that there can be no denying we exist. I hope that the agreement the district and I made in this settlement are a positive first step in making things better for gay employees, gay students, and gay families in Mansfield, Texas. My settlement did not completely fix everything, but it did shine a light on an issue that had been kept silent for far too long. I hope this light continues to shine until Mansfield ISD is truly a great place to live, learn, and teach for all of the people in that community. I will feel the pain of what happened to me for the rest of my life, but I am proud that I spoke truth to power. I am Miss Bailey, I am gay, and I'm a dedicated teacher. Sometimes the most courageous thing you can be is yourself. Thank you.